Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, the third. Last time, we defeated our first opponent in the Impregnable Fortress, Colonel Sid and his infantry spam, and this time you might notice that I brought Julia along for the ride, because, well, reasons. But yeah, we're going to be heading a little bit further into the Impregnable Fortress with the key that we just got. Hi there. Let's just dodge around you. I do still have Hayes in this group, right? I'm pretty sure yeah, Agate has it. I'm keeping Agate, even though I probably should logically keep Joshua here. It's just that I feel like I haven't used Agate in a while. What's in here? This is Leiston Fortress's first barracks. We should be able to open it using the key we received from the Lieutenant Colonel. Good call, let's give it a shot then. This is only one of many such barracks in the fortress, so it's not all that large inside. We shouldn't need to spend too long in here. Got it. Julia doesn't have anything to say about that, apparently. But entering here, this is where the map stops being useful. This is why I like this dungeon a lot better than the previous one, because even though this is technically a reused location, like we have been to Leiston Fortress in FC and SC, and the courtyard is the same, there's some green hair inside. The chest prays to Adios, this sinful priest gets his... I think pretty sure we've seen that quote before. But even though we've been to the courtyard before, we have never actually been to the inside. I see you there, soldier. Yeah, I'm gonna fight you anyway. I was gonna petrify this guy, and then I realized, actually, I can't do that because I don't have the CP for it. Speaking of petrify, Richard now has the petrify quartz, because now that Julia's in the party, I've given her the strike quartz, just because that's kind of my favorite thing to put on her. She has restricted space slots, and for a physical attacker, there's really not that much else that you can really put on her. Okay, yeah, shock round is faint, that proves that. So yeah, why not put strike? It improves her chain crafts by letting them crit, which is cool. So yeah, the interior of this fortress is completely new. It is reusing assets from some other things. Also, welcome to one of the only monster chests in all of Sky the Third. It's really weird, but yeah, for some reason, this is a monster chest. Oh, we have a crit... Richard really likes to use a CP on crafts, but at the same time, I really want to show this, even though he won't be strength buff for it.
As clouds fall, sakura blooms. Fallen warriors gather in the evening gloom.
Yeah, that is extremely powerful. Straight up one-shots that thing, and of course triggers death throws, which is a problem. But the rest of these enemies, I don't want to speak too soon, but shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if I can actually set a trap for them with Dark Matter EX. You have one of these turns, so I guess you can aim a clock down at them to see if I can get rid of some of those things. Also, I'm going to have Agate play bait here, because he has the Knight Armor. So he shouldn't be taking much damage from these things. Yeah, taking that much damage from a strength-buffed enemy is actually pretty impressive. I'm not sure if the next boss uses anything arts-based or not. It is kind of hard to tell what is magic-based and what isn't in this game, as I've said before. Oh, hey, perfect timing. Julia, I was just thinking about that. I was looking at her S-Crafts in the menu and thinking, she has a second S-Craft that has a different name to the first. But, yeah, she has learned it. What if the world you live in is actually a gigantic chest? It actually kind of reminds me of the concept of the item worlds in Disgaea, although I haven't really played those games. I almost played Disgaea 2 once. I had a chance to get it for cheap on Steam, and then I realized how much effort it would take me to 100% it, and I decided against it. I do like the idea, like, I've heard about the story of Disgaea 2, and it actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, we are just straight up exploding these soldiers instead of knocking them out, but they are implied to be not real, just illusions made by Phantasma, so it is okay if we explode them. It's kind of like something that I was thinking about the, firstly this chest, Force Flag. Isn't it convenient that you always find weapons that someone in your group specializes in? You're welcome, by the way. I mean, admittedly, that's actually kind of justified by the fact that we're in Phantasma, and Phantasma's even either tailoring the weapon drops to our party, or we just subconsciously are wishing for more weapons. Yep, we actually need to use the BO2 key for that. I'm pretty sure this area is actually quite short, so we could be approaching the boss already. But what I was saying earlier is that, like, I was thinking about, like, just the idea of those illusory copies of people like Philip and previously Colonel Sid that we were fighting. Technically speaking, we're actually killing them. They do fade away into non-existence after we defeat them, but at the same time, they're illusory beings that are literally created just to fight us. But on the other hand, they also have the exact same memories and personalities as the people they're based off of. So also this corridor was a complete trap. But so yeah, like yes, the ethics of fighting these six-plane bosses, always something fascinating to think about, kind of. But yeah, in a series that's infamous for most people just not dying when you fight them, I feel like these are some of the few Trails enemies who you basically are killing. But yeah, that glow looks very boss-shaped. Oh, also there's a guy patrolling that corridor. I think he just came back. So let's go ahead and save here. Hasn't been very long, but I'm assuming that this is a boss? Yes, it is. The music stopped, so we know we're in for a fight. I've been waiting for you, Your Excellency. Yeah, we knew she was gonna be here, and this is why I brought Julia. What? So our next opponent is you, Kanone. What a tragedy it is that we should be forced to meet under these circumstances. What did I ever do to deserve turning my blade against the man I've always duly served? But please, never doubt even for a second that I'm doing this against my will. I would never even dream of fighting you if I had a choice. This is the other disturbing thing about these copies, is the fact that they still have the same personalities as themselves in the real world, but they are also magically compelled to fight you, even if they don't want to. I understand perfectly well, Kanone. But if I may, I would rather you stopped calling me Your Excellency. It was never a fitting title for a mere colonel to begin with, and now I don't even have that. I would rather you simply call me Sir, like you usually do in the office. I've grown very fond of it. Your Excellency... I'm sorry, just while we're here, please let me call you the way I'd like to. The Kanone Malthea who stands before you is a symbol of my failure to truly move forward from the past. And something tells me that if this symbol were defeated by you, then it will finally allow me to put the past where it belongs and be born anew. Kanone. Very well. In that case, do as you will. It makes my position all the more frustrating to see you at His Excellency's side too, Julia. Why should I not have been chosen to serve him in your place? Yeah, this is another thing that a lot of people who play this game wonder. Like, why didn't you get Kanone instead of Josette? Like, Kanone easily could have used development, and she could have been a pretty fun party member, so... I mean, I'm not opposed to you getting Josette, but I kind of feel like she could have been a good party member too. I can imagine how you must feel. Whatever I may feel about being in this perilous situation, I at least owe my thanks to Adios for letting me protect Her Highness with my own hands. Humph, well, I can't change it now. I don't need to feel the slightest twinge of guilt about fighting against you. So go ahead and show me what you can do. I doubt it'll be enough to match up to me. Heh, I could say the same to you. Well, I can respect the whole want to be reborn thing, but I see she hasn't ditched any of her old high-handed ways. Silence, you! Well, Your Excellency, I have no intention of holding back. So, are you ready to begin? At any time. Yeah, we're dealing with not only Kanone herself, but also the heavily armed Intelligence Division soldier. We have 2 gun Special Ops soldiers, and we also have Special Ops claws. And I'm pretty sure those guys can delay you, so I don't know if I should take them on first, or if I should Gorgon Arrow the big obvious threat there who can also inflict fate. I'm gonna Gorgon Arrow that guy because, well... Oh, hey, they actually are immune to Petrify! Right, so this battle is not gonna be a complete joke. Okay then, somebody needs to... This just got a whole lot more interesting all of a sudden. Yeah, let's just do this. I would very much like a strength buff on everyone, which I can actually do with attack orders. It's only a 10% speed buff, though. Oh yeah, we also have that. I'll just do this for now, just to get our strength up a little bit. And now Agate, I could go for a Wild Rage S-Craft, but I may want to save that for later. Oh yeah, I've got to remember that she does not buff herself with attack orders. I want to get right up in their faces with Agate just because he is my... Oh yeah, I gave him the Confused Quartz too. And... Okay then. Yeah, she also puts mines on the field, but just like back in SC, her mines really don't do much of any significance. It's just like, oh hey, I'm gonna put a mine where you aren't gonna stand. I don't like that seal though. I don't like the fact that you're not targeting Agate either. Yep, you're just gonna do that. Okay, well, at least your attacks aren't, like, extremely painful. Got a crit turn here. Let's go ahead and, you don't by any chance have, got Phantom Pain. Because I know that somebody here, and I think it's Julia, has Chaos Brand. And that could be very fun. Yeah, let's just go ahead and smack that guy. Paralyzing Barrage again. As long as Kevin gets a turn, he'll... Well, he's sealed, so he actually won't be able to do what I wanted him to do. Okay, yeah, Kevin definitely needs to get rid of his seal. I might even have to use like a Panic Grail Sphere or something because we've got a lot of these guys getting turns right now. Get you back up. Okay, how many of you guys can I hit with something and potentially confuse? Just the guy who's already confused. I guess I can get a little bit of damage on Kanone with this. Aha! We got confused again! Nice! So 2 of them are now confused. And Agate is tanking that. Yeah, I could just make this a repeat of my fights with Kanone in Sky SC, if I really wanted to. But I do really also want to get Zodiac up. Hopefully Kevin can survive until Zodiac goes up. Okay, good, you're getting a turn, and that means, aha, somebody else is about to join my side. Let's get you. They hit each other pretty hard, but they also have a lot of health, so... Confusing them is kind of a good and a bad thing. The Swing Witch does not restore a lot. I guess Triplet Ice I used Triplet Ice on the wrong person. Okay, you didn't shoot Richard, that's good. And of course, her mines are now blowing up. With, completely out of range of everybody. Because that's just what she does. She puts mines in just, you know, places that they really shouldn't be. But I won't... Okay then, right, Agate's just been confusing everyone right now. And we're all buffed, that's good. Right. Kevin does have the double Grail Sphere right now. Or I could go for Spear of Loa, which is going to hit everything. Although I feel like, honestly, his damage would be better served if he's just doing this. Of course, we also are a little bit hurting. Sacred Breath's not going to heal a whole lot. Can I get... Okay, I can do this at least. Yeah, this is amusing, but they're not hurting each other nearly enough for... Well, I mean, that hurt quite a lot, but, like, yeah, I should really start just pulling out the big damaging moves instead. I mean, again, this is funny, but eventually I'm gonna have to stop and try and take them down with my own two hands instead of just using chain crafts. Instead of just letting them take each other out. Let's just try and focus down that one guy who isn't confused. Oh, that attack. Now, question, does this still have blood on it? It still has blood in it. Okay, so blood's okay for her, but not for most people in this game. Like, even Ren got the blood removed from her attacks. Like, Ren of all characters. But okay, now I think I mean, Spear of Loa looks cool, but this is probably more practical. Especially since I can get all of them. Now, like, let's not knock each other out of the AoE if you knocked somebody right out of the AoE of that. Well, at least 3 of them got into it. And then that's gonna take out one of them. Oh, great. My S-Craft is now less effective if I actually choose to go for it. I think I'll be able to... Yep, I'll be able to get rid of you. Okay, that on Kevin's bad. I do like the concept of that attack, though, just unloading your entire magazine right into someone point blank. But... Okay, should I heal, or... I think I'll just go for... heal there, and... I guess Agate can walk into heal range and get healed by this too. Unfortunately for Kanone, Richard's gonna get right up in her face and start smacking her, which is... yeah. Probably not what she was hoping for, and okay, good, that guy's gone. Oh, hey, that mine is slightly closer to us. Also, that attack looks pretty funny when it's sped up. How much health do you have? We've still got quite a lot left. Just confused him again. You know what? I'm just gonna actually use a Swing Witch on Richard because I really need more CP on him if he's gonna start going full Luminous Ochre spam. And actually... Okay, I wanted to use a powerful magical attack on that guy, but I can start preparing for our eventual attack on Amalthea by doing this. Arts, huh? Well, I have an impede attack. So we're not going to find out what you're going to do there. It seems to be single target against Kevin. Kevin is actually running low on EP, which is something you often see in this game. However, EP charges are just so plentiful that it's pretty much fine. So the thing with Richard is that you'd think that you wouldn't really want to use his, his S-Craft that much, given that he really, likes to guzzle through his CP with his attacks, but... Actually, his S-Craft does so much damage that it might be worth it. You know what? Amalthea, you don't get the healing. Because I want to show this off, at least. So yeah, slight change. It actually is a pentagram now, instead of just a triangle. Oh, and that actually finished her off. Nice. And, of course, the mine was completely ineffectual. I could really use some Earth Seepeth right now, just saying. Because it's like the one thing that is stopping me from upgrading most of my augments is that I just don't have enough Earth Seepeth. I've got over 1,000 of everything else, but not Earth.
Alright, what's next?
Nobody leveled up out of that. But yeah, we just barely got any Earth there. I'm getting to the point where the lack of level 2 quartz on... and 3 quartz on a lot of people is really starting to become a problem. I knew I wouldn't stand a chance against you, Your Excellency. The rest of you fought passably as well, I suppose. She's still... I wouldn't even say tsundere, she's just kind of a jerk. As did you. All of you should make sure you don't get in His Excellency's way in the battles ahead. You'll be facing the strongest warriors in Laburl. He doesn't need you stopping him from fighting at his best. Way ahead of you. Kanone, it seems there's still something important left for me to do after all. However, I believe that by clearing the trials ahead, I will finally be able to do it. It's thanks to you that I'll feel ready enough to face those trials head-on, so thank you. You don't have to thank me. I don't think there's anything more I could say for you right now. All I'll do is pray that you safely overcome the trials before you and return to the real world unharmed. Thank you, I will. Command center key. Anyway, let's shuffle on to the heart of the fortress. That's the key to the command center, right? That's correct. It's the building directly in front of you when you enter the main courtyard from the entrance. This key should allow us to gain access to it. And that is our next destination, and that is everything in the barracks. It's a pretty small area, didn't even have its own warp point. Now at least we can warp back here without interrupting the music. This song is pretty cool. The reason why I didn't really comment on it all that much back in what was it again? Grimcell Fortress, that's it, is that I more associate the song with this place. This is definitely a more memorable dungeon to me, so, and this song I feel fits this place more than it does Grimcell Fortress, so like, it's always been the theme of this part of the game to me. There is the door to the command center. You know, I think at this point, that was pretty short. I can probably afford to go a little bit into the command center. This building is the command, yes, we know that. Wow, was the army compensating for something with this thing, or what? Looks like there's about 3 floors to it, that right? I didn't see any staircases when we were in here last time. I guess there's one somewhere we missed? The building is deliberately designed to be confusing so as to thwart intruders. The staircase to the 2nd floor should be on the other side of one of the doors within. Gotcha. Alright, shall we continue? Everyone, these trials will be like none that we've ever faced before. Yet there is but one clear path for us to take. So I must ask, are you with me? It is only when we fight together that we can overcome the great wall that stands before us and attain victory! Yeah! It's like one of those Cold Steel right moments. Yeah, Richard can give good speeches when he wants to. I think we did actually go in here a little bit before, but things are a little different this time. And I like how they justify the fact that this place is a dungeon by just, you know, having it be designed to be as confusing as possible to intruders. It's just a good in-universe way to do that. But we now have these guys here, the Royal Army officers, as opposed to the regular Royal Army soldiers. And, well, that's... are you even in range? Yeah, maybe I should actually have Kevin start a little closer so I can try and go for mortal. I mean, it's not really going to do a lot of damage, but I'd be probably doing much more damage with Dark Matter EX, but I do want to kind of show off Mortal Punishment too, because again, from what I've heard, it is the strongest craft, like one of the strongest crafts in the game. I feel like as well, I haven't been using Grail Sphere a whole lot at this point. I feel like Richard could actually use the auto CP regen more than Kevin. So let's go ahead and take the Solar Seal. And I'm going to do a bit of a swap actually with Julia, because I feel like, I guess if I give Julia the Tiger Heart, because Richard doesn't really need a whole lot of help in the strength department, and he could really use the extra CP regeneration. So this is hopefully going to be a bit better of a combination here. Huh, what are you in for? Well, doesn't matter because we are here to give you your punishments. It's just like Noel in Sacred Stones who, yeah, when you rescue him, he thinks his execution date has been moved up because he's that unlucky. I do like that this is just going in a tangent on a completely different game, but I do like the fact that Noel has been a bit reevaluated a little bit in the community, just because, like, yeah, his stats kind of suck, but it doesn't really matter when you can immediately promote him to Summoner and just have access to the Summoner class's ridiculous AI breaking capabilities. Topaz Gem. Thieving attempt failed, -20 charisma. I don't know if, like, D&D actually does that, or if there's any other game that's referring to EP Charge 3. I said that you don't really worry about EP that much. Kevin briefly considers taking the chest as a new weapon, but it's not quite Bowie enough. Don't think that was even a pun. Or was it? I'm not sure. But, oh, also, by the way, bye. Yeah, apparently, according to Gilbert, that is, like, what enemies who get hit by those vanish turns actually end up going to different planes temporarily. But I feel like there's gotta be an RPG somewhere where a character uses a chest as a treasure chest as a weapon. Kind of reminds me of something that Kanji in Persona 4 might have as a joke weapon. He has a lot of interesting joke weapons, but then again, everyone in P4 does, like Yosuke's grilled corn or fish, and Kanji's big fish. Fruity Temptation. You realize that was in my stomach until just now, right? Yuck. Fruity Temptation, the dish banned in the army for reasons. Cures abnormal status. Okay, I am having that right now. I know that we're not going to recover any HP from that, but I really want that recipe. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it looks like we can just make this out of ingredients we can buy. Having that much of an HP recovery and curing any status is definitely good, so I'll take that, and then maybe when we're back at base we can buy a little bit more ingredients to make more. C01 key. Yes, we had to come down here before progressing. A small plate of window glass lies on the bottom of the empty box. Alas, another unexpected chest pain. I just got that, and it gave me chest pain. It also gave me head pain. And everything pain. Also, hi there, guy prowling around with a saber. I want to just check what's over here. Because didn't we... Oh no, it was Annalise who actually met Cassius. Amazing and sparkling. You see a human skeleton that wasn't there before. I still love the weirdly dark sense of humor that the chest quote writers have. Okay, that's pretty good. If the taste doesn't amaze, you probably aren't human or are a human skeleton. Curia Balm. Excuse me? Could you scratch my back, please? I wonder if there would be like a follow-up message where you scratch the chest back and it makes a sound and you back away slowly. Blind 2. You're causing terrible, terrible damage across this kingdom. How does it feel? Well, I mean, this kingdom isn't real. Oh, right, that's what this is. Bring to me the repenting patriots. Only then shall the door open. Yep, this is a door for Richard, and as you can probably tell, this door is one of my favorites, because I really like Richard as a character. This door is all about Richard, and it's a good one. But before we do that, we're going to... I think I'm actually going to do all of this, not plain, but all of the Impregnable Fortress before we do that, because I don't want to break up the action with, a door, even though I did that twice in the last dungeon, but that was because Partamata was such a good reward that I really just felt like I had to unlock it, and also because, well, I wanted to break up that dungeon because I don't like it. Yep, it's starting to get pretty confusing in here, isn't it? Yeah. But over here we have a chest. Did you hear about the two braces in high school? They went to Shining Prom together. You know, as much as that's a pun, the idea of Estelle, like an alternate universe where Estelle and Joshua go to prom together is legitimately adorable, and I'd really like to see it. I have lost track of where I was. Okay, no, I think I know where I am now. And I'm from a country that doesn't even have prom. Yeah, we have formals in Australia. Zerum powder. Nice job, Pandora. Okay, that's a nice mythological reference. But yeah, we have, end of year formal, but it's not quite the same thing. If I didn't want to be opened, I would have taken a job as a cop. That's another really dark one. Hi there! Haven't actually done any chain crafts with Julia yet, so might as well. Have we ever seen Richard in Chaincrafts before? I don't think we have. Oh, hey, nice. Double level ups there. Looks pretty cool, too. You know, I actually just realized the boss that is coming up next, I kind of want to use Agate for. So it kind of works out. I'm just going to ignore you. Unlike your brethren, you get to live. And now we're in the middle of, yeah, a, big wraparound area. Now, I think this is going to lead us, yes it is, to the other side of that, that set of bars. Long Barrel 3. Acerbic tomatoes are people. You know, I wonder if, actually no, the chest quotes weren't in the Japanese versions and there's an enemy in later games that is an acerbic tomato except alive, and, I was thinking that it might be a reference, and then I was like, actually, no, it couldn't be. And yeah, this game was localized after Cold Steel 2, even. Like, this game was localized in 2017, so it was kind of to its benefit, because it meant that they could keep references consistent with later games, which will definitely work to their benefit in Stardoor 8, which I will show eventually. EP Charge 3. My vocal instructor told me I should use my chest voice more. They really love puns in this place, don't they? And, yeah, I'm just gonna... I feel like my level's pretty okay for this point. I don't like skipping battles, but at the same time, like, again, I feel like my level's actually decent for this point. Yeah, see, this is what I like about this dungeon. It is pretty confusing, but at the same time, it's, like, kind of the good kind of confusing. I said kinda way too much, but... yeah, it's a decent dungeon overall. Okay, yeah, I think this is just a roundabout way to get to this chest. I thought so. C02 key. Fine, take it. I don't even want it anymore. Well, I mean, if you wanted it, then this game would be unwinnable because you wouldn't give it to us, and we need that to progress. Yeah, like, I kind of feel like going through this... like, I like this dungeon so much that I've sort of memorized a lot of it. Oh, I haven't been through here before. Yes, Earthseeper, thank you. I don't care about the rest, but give me Earthseeper. I should have listened to my parents and become a cupboard instead. That's another great one. Celestial Balm. This chest is empty, but it smells pleasantly minty. My heart skipped a beat for a second there because I thought that I'd run into the boss, but I hadn't. Usually the boss, like, you are warned of the boss in advance by, you know, the fact that there's an ominous red glow in front of the door. Yep, you are just gonna stand there, menacingly, except not really. No, I think if I go down here, I'll get these 3 chests that were on the other side of these bars. Curia Balm. You know what song I have stuck in my head? Neither do I. I really hate it when you have this song stuck in your head and you don't know what it is. More Seepeth, which is good. This chest contains the meaning of life, which, by the way, is not 42. 42 is the answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything, whatever that question may be. It is not the meaning of life. This chest is covered by a thick layer of funky-smelling mildew. But you're gonna wear that crest charm anyway, aren't you? Yeah, I love the fact they actually referenced the item that was in there, because there really was a crest charm in that one. Did we have a crest charm plus before? I don't think we did. ATS plus 50, Arts Defense plus 50, prevents sleep and faints. Okay, have we been in here yet? We have not. Have we been in here yet? We have not. Right, I think I'm gonna check this one first. My instinct could be wrong here, but we shall see. This looks very progress-shaped. Yeah, that's definitely the way to progress, so let's not do that. There was an exclamation marker over that door, which meant we need to use the key. So let's instead go this way. Nah, why not? Let's actually fight this guy. And let's actually not get a preemptive strike for some reason. But let's actually do a full-on chain craft, because it's fun. Also, Richard didn't even need to use his attack here. I guess I should just mention, you'll hear it in a moment, Kevin's voiced by Keith Silverstein. I don't even know if I've said that before, but I like his performance as Kevin because it's not the kind of voice you usually hear from him. S-Tablet. Now that I'm empty, have you considered depositing all your mirror inside? I was about to say, joke's on you, I got rid of all of it, but I actually didn't. I do have quite a lot of mirror right now. Don't think we've seen Richard initiate a Chaincraft before. And finish you. Yeah, as you can see, the enemies here aren't really giving us a whole lot of experience. That's a good sign that you're at the right level, like the level the game wants you to be at the moment. Although I think the dogs in the courtyard give more experience than these guys. Like, you don't really have a lot of enemies to fight in these battles here. But from here, we can use the CO2 key, which I believe would mean Command Center second floor. And aha! I was hoping that we would be right at the boss, because this is a perfect opportunity to stop for this part. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get to the next boss, and then next part will be taking on the next boss and the remaining part of the Command Center, because the next boss is not the last one. There are 2 more bosses here, and the second one is something. But that'll be for later. Next time I'll be taking on this boss and more of the Command Center, as I said, so see you all then.